What's up, YouTube? It's me, the artisanmc, back with another reaction for you. Um, got off work today and was checking my Fandango for a spot to go see. What is it? The movie about the Freedoms movie, Sound of Freedom. Was looking for that movie and rolling through Fandango, and it had something an early screening for Mission Impossible 7, Dead Reckoning. So I was like, okay, let's see if it's close. See when that's happening. And it was happening tonight at 7. I looked at the clock. It's 5:31. I'm on the freeway heading home. I got on the gas. Got on the gas, bought the tickets in the car on Fandango, and smashed home so I can get dressed and get cleaned up and whatnot and go to the movie. Got here, it's an IMAX showing, so $17 out the door on a Monday night, and the theater was packed. Hacked. I was too busy doing other stuff on my phone to get a picture of it, but the IMAX theater pack is something to see because it wasn't like that for Indiana Jones. And I saw both of these movies in the same theater. It was packed this time, shoulder to shoulder. And that's a good feeling. And it's actually good to see because it lets you know, excuse me, the interest level for this movie. It lets you know that right off the bat. What up, Dr. T? Yeah, it's not technically out yet. It comes out this Thursday. Dr. T. It comes out this Thursday. But some theaters doing early screenings. And I'm not mad at them for doing it. Because, like I said, it was packed in there. It was P-zacked in that bitch. And everybody was in there and we didn't move. Nobody was moving. There was only one person that got up halfway through, and that was the guy sitting next to me. He only got up because he went to get him another drink. he was in there. He was in there getting fitted right. Okay, he was getting in there fitted right. But I can say this about the movie because I'm not going to give you guys spoilers. You already know me. I don't do the spoiler for you guys. I want you to see the movie. But definitely, I say this right off the bat. If you're going to see this movie, go ahead and see it in IMAX. Go ahead and see it in IMAX. Because a small screen won't do some of this justice. It will not. So chump up the money, pay for the damn IMAX. You won't be disappointed in that shit. Um, Tom Cruise goes without saying is he is an actor. He is an action star. He is. I mean, the level of stunts, putting his body on the line, all the actors putting their bodies on the line in this is ridiculous, dude. Especially when you realize that all of this stuff is practical. This ain't no CG fest. This is not a fucking CG fest. This is practical schmactical most of the damn time. Jesus. Like before the movie started, they had a little vignette they showed about some of the movie and some of the effects that they did and how they shot it. And they shot a lot of it practical. A lot of it was really practical. The car scenes, I thought I got hit in the car. Some of that stuff was so jarring. I was like, "Oh shit!" I was just saying it out loud in my seat, like, "Damn, ooh, is she all right? Don't hurt Haley. I like Haley Atwell. Like, man, that's Asian Carter. What you doing? Don't kill her." I was taken aback by how much you were in there with these people doing this. I can also tell you, I laughed more than I expected to. I laughed more than I expected to. There were some moments in there that were just funny. It was just funny. It wasn't played like comedy. It was just funny. But excuse me, I think that's the good thing. For as much as people want to talk about how Indy 5 was a blockbuster summer movie, no, the fuck it wasn't. It was not a blockbuster. It couldn't be a paper bag buster. Only thing it proved to be was a budget buster, where you throw money to be wasted. This one would be a summer blockbuster. It would be because story wise, I felt it. It was story wise, it was a bit all too real. It was a bit all too real for what we got going on right now. A bit all too little close to the bone, if you know what I mean. Um, a lot of shit that's going on right now that we talk about in this space and just kind of have the side eye are really concerned about, and this movie actually takes that up a notch. Like, I'd be interested to see what Elon Musk got to say about this. I really would. I really would. I'd really like to hear the Elon's review of this movie, because yeah, it's touching a little close to the bone on some stuff. Yeah, right in the beginning at that. Um, Action automatically is was ridiculous, and it wasn't ridiculous in a dumb way. It was all for a purpose. It was all of the scene, but just seeing people actually do it is just like, what the hell? Like, um, fight scenes were good. It really looked like people were getting their ass kicked, and everybody was taking it seriously. Even I like my boy Esai Morales in this. I've liked Esai since La Bamba. Okay, seeing him in this playing a villain, that villain dude was Gabriel. He was something else, because that motherfucker right there, he was coming with knives like he was the damn Joker, dude. Loki, like he was materializing these motherfuckers. You got another knife? Stop giving this motherfucker knives. Don't give him another knife. He do not need a knife. Somebody is really gonna catch it if he got a knife. And he kept pulling them out of his clothes. I'm like, this one right here. Now, I will say, for me, I saw some things that may have come out of other movies, sequences that may have come from other flicks that you might have seen a bit before. But the interesting thing about this movie is so much going on when that happens. You're not really focused on that. Not really focused on that. Because there's one scene, they showed it in the trailer, where they're inside the train car. That whole train scene was something else, right? But inside that train car, I kept getting Inception vibes. That it was Jason Gordon-Levitt fighting inside the hotel room where everything was twisting around and stuff like that, because his body was in a car on one level up in a van rolling down a hill. So that means everything in that lower level or subconscious was rolling around, loss of gravity or whatever. So I got that vibe from watching the scene on the train in this movie. I got that same vibe. But there's so much other stuff happening. It's like, okay, this reminds me of Inception, but God, what the hell is going on? That's the funny part, is that it wasn't in there like that was supposed to be the whole gag, but it was thrown in there where it was like a visual thing, like, oh, I remember something like this, but I'm still moving on with everything else. That happened what, two, three times that I marked. Two or three times that I marked. But because it's not centered like that, it happens and it goes away. You're still moving on with all the rest of the action, so you don't linger on it so much. Because I saw Shades of Inception, I saw Shades of Hunt for Red October, but it didn't take away from the movie in any way. It wasn't cheaply done. Um, I like seeing the cast come back together. I really do appreciate Tom Cruise for doing the movie, trying to put the care into it, because this was a ride. And I don't know what it is with Tom Cruise. He does a good job of casting on these movies. He really does. Because this movie has a lot of females in it, which you would consider a lot of females, right? At least three of them, three mains, right? But you also got three guys in it, three main guys in it. And women ain't ugly. He picks some not handsome. He picks some pretty ass women. Haley Atwell, Rebecca Ferguson, and forgetting her first name, Kirby. And then Palm Keith. I'm forgetting her. Palm Keith is in it. So the chick that plays Mantis in Guardians of the Galaxy, she's the Asian chick in this, or mixed Asian chick in this, to where she is actually without her makeup on, you can actually see her face. She is beautiful. She's a beautiful woman, flat out. But none of them was ugly, not hard looking. But Palm Keith's character kind of reminded me of a little skinny chick in Transporter 2. That was her initial action scene reminded me a lot of that. You know, little thin woman with a big ass machine gun, just busting at people. But her character, her character was about, action. She didn't give a she didn't give a fucking ass. That character did not give a fuck. Paris, she didn't care. Paris did not care. And I could tell you this, for this movie, one thing I did like, I shared a video on Instagram the other day where it was called Equality. And it was a guy and a female on the mat fighting, and little chick came up there and started kicking and punching on the dude, and the dude just grabbed her by the throat and threw her ass across the room. And he like just for real did that shit to show gender equality. I thought it was hilarious because that's usually how it would happen. And I put the caption on it like, yeah, this stop, you'll ruin the movies or something like that, right? Well, in this, what you see is you have women who fight men. You have women who fight men, flat out. But you know what you see them getting? The same business the men get. The same shit. They get the same ass whoopings. And I thought that was a bit interesting because you have Tom Cruise in the movie beating the shit out of some chick, too. You ain't kill her, but goddamn it, bitch, stay down. Stay down. I'm gonna bust your head to the white meat, boy. It was a good fight scene in a close alleyway, right? It was a good fight scene because how do you fight with somebody in a close quarters like that? Close quarters in a close alleyway. It's no time for all the the big movements and shit like that. You're just gonna be. It's just gonna be gritty. It's just gonna be gritty and abusive. Boy, and it was because it was touching shit. It was everybody was touching something in that small corridor. Boy, it was rough. Looked like people was really getting their ass whooped. Um, what else? A couple of chases in it. The car chase, that should have me dying, dude. There's something in the car chase. I was dying. It makes me feel good watching that part of that car chase. It made me feel so goddamn good. They kind of ruined it though, because like I told you before the movie started, they played this little vignette about the movie and the stunts and all this shit, right? So they showed this scene. Well, I didn't know that was going to happen in the movie, so it kind of spoiled it. But when it got to it in the movie, I laughed my ass off. It was funny. It looked fun, dude. It looked like maybe the Italian Job, just a little bit more fun, right? Right. So it had me laughing, but the driving and the technical part of it was all practical, and it was some wild shit. It's like, dude, it's happening in the same spot in Rome that they used in Fast and the Furious, but it looked a lot better. That's the thing. It looked a lot better. No fake ass rolling pinball, down the stairs and shit like that. Oh no bunch of CG. No, they was really out there with the goddamn cars and shit. So it was kind of funny. It worked. It worked a bit differently. So I was enjoying that scene when it happened in the movie. I was really laughing. I really enjoyed it, and it was really some hyped up action, right? Because I believe they were in Rome. Yeah, they were in Rome. It was fucking up some stuff in Rome. God, there ain't a scooter. There ain't a scooter still driving in Rome. It was hitting so much shit. It just made me laugh because you know the thing about Italy and stuff like that, it got small corridors, small streets. It's not like the US, big 4 lane, 2 lane, 4 laners. No, it's like they got some really tight streets. They was driving fast and wrecking into all kind of shit. It was just like, damn. Like, find something that you can't hit. Goodness. That's some more ass here. Well, you better get your Mac on, get closer. Speak up. Teenagers talking outside. She got on little booty shorts and little Asian boy trying to get his Mac on at her. Don't let her leave like that. Don't let her leave like that. Oh no, man. Ah, nigga. Ah, nah. You better have got her number or something. Shit. Lucky nigga. Should have been had her. She got her own car and shit, and you just walking off with you walking to go catch up with your friends. She wasted that time to stand outside the car with you and chit chat. Everybody left, nigga. That was where you were supposed to close the deal. So, what else? The motorcycle scene was probably the biggest stunt in the movie. But after everything else that happened, it was like, yeah, okay, yeah, do that shit. But how it fits into the story is fucking hilarious, dude. It's hilarious. I was like, God dang it, really? Like, it's a moment where you actually have a laugh. You have a laugh at a moment for that shit. And then it finishes off and you kind of have another oh damn moment. But it was good. I mean, they got enough angles on it where you can see, nope, that's Tom. Yep, jumping off some shit again. Fucking Team Rocket in this bitch. And delivering dialogue too. You remember his lines and shit on the way down. I was like, This mother, everybody say Tom Cruise is crazy. He might be crazy, but look, he got a zest for fucking life. He ain't afraid. I can tell you that much, and I can respect that. He is not afraid. Nope, I'll do it. Really? Okay. Because that when that opening credits started and it said Tom Cruise production, it's what it is. Remember when he first started doing these, it was him and the Bigelow chick or it wasn't Kennedy. It was somebody else, some other chick that he had worked with forever. I think it was Catherine Bigelow. And this is his franchise. This is his franchise now. Keeping that Mission Impossible alive. For all y'all who don't really know about the old Mission Impossible show, that show was awesome. That was a fun show. There was always some turnarounds and some double takes happening on that show. And when he first got started doing the Mission Impossible shows, thought it was a brilliant move that he brought that television show to the big screen to give it that big screen treatment. And every movie has been some big, epic, you know, genre defining moments. Every one. He does something big every time. Hasn't stopped. So seeing this character again, seeing Ethan again, is just like, checking in with an old friend. I was sitting there thinking about, damn, did I see Rogue Nation? I did see Rogue Nation. I did see Rogue Nation with Henry Cavill in it. But I was forgetting why this one set of agents was chasing him. I was like, what is this dude's heart on? I remember him for some reason. It's like, what movie did I not see his ass in? Because they got a little irritating because they just like the Keystone Cops always showing up after the fact, running with guns and trying to get our protagonists to keep moving forward in the story or stay on the run. Um, there is some running in this. I don't mind Tom Cruise running because other than Will Smith, who else you gonna sit there and watch running on the screen who was in that good a shape to be out there just getting it? I couldn't run that damn long. I'm younger than him, so I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. But other than that, I won't spoil anything else. I will just tell you, I liked it. I really did like the movie. I really look forward to seeing part two. I don't even know when part two comes out right now. I have to look it up and find out. So I know when I'm going to watch that shit. But I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. And I'm glad I got to see it early in a packed house where people were watching it and seemed like they were enjoying it as well. Wasn't a lot of hooping and hollering or anything like that when the movie finished, but you already knew going into it just from the title that it's only part one. So there's not that pause for you. Slow the fuck down. It's a parking lot. Fucking idiot. It's not that suspense like, oh, that's how they gonna leave me. It wasn't that. You already knew going into it. This is part one. So some point we gonna end it, and then we'll get to the next part in number two. Then we'll get you with the stinger. So it wasn't a stinger in this one. It wasn't a stinger. You knew it was gonna end. But the stakes that they're playing for seems really real. It seems really real. And I can say, look, if they do Snake Plissken in this shit, it'd be funny to me if you understand that reference and why I would say that. But I'd recommend going to see it. I would. I don't think this is a movie that people can spoil for you because part of the premise of the villain will probably be hard for people to explain. BGS, an old man in the yard. Yeah, BGS. Fucking young ass kids racing through here in a Tesla. Slow the hell down. It's a parking lot. You don't do 50 in a parking lot. Straight away or otherwise. Dumbass. So yeah, old man out here. Old man energy. But I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. I would see it again. I may see it again just for shits and giggles, just to see what a Friday night audience would think about it, how they would react to it. Because this was an early screening, it was people in there that really wanted to see this movie. So people were showing up quick to see this damn movie, right? But those those would be considered people who were geeks for this shit and in the know that that was happening. That's who I would consider them. So they really being cerebral about the shit. Friday night audience is gonna be anybody who out there know this movie came out. Them gonna be the loud kids, the teenagers, all the rest of that shit. I'll be really interested to see their reactions and see what people were doing. Cause I'm serious. I was making some audible sounds in that shit. Like, damn. Like, I wasn't trying to be that black dude, but I was like, God damn, what the hell? It was just some shit that was just abruptly, just quickly, just all of a sudden scene change. Like, what the hell is going on? This is crazy, crazy. But I was entertained the whole time. I didn't take a lot of notes. That's the thing. I got maybe half a page of notes because I had to keep remembering to take my notes because I was into the story. I was into the story. I was into the action, and I was entertained by that shit. I was. So shout out to Tom Cruise and company for putting in the work on this one. I really want to see how they finish this off because somebody got to die. Somebody is gonna have to die. Race betrayed me. Yeah, well, it is what it is, man. That's how we got here, right? That's how we got here. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here and keep it short. I am hungry. It's almost 11 o'clock. I still haven't eaten dinner yet. Came right here, and I didn't have no popcorn or no drinks and nothing like that. I just wanted to get in and watch the flick, and now I just want to eat some fucking pancakes or something. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for coming through. It is worth a watch. It is action packed. There are some humorous moments in it that are not cheaply humorous, but actually legit, organically humorous moments. I think Gabriel's a decent villain, and some of these fight scenes are just crazy. So that was it. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. I've been artisanmc, and this is my reaction to Mission Impossible